hello. As you can probably tell, I was playing Jerusalem by William Blake. It's an English patriotic anthem. They call it a minor anthem compared to obviously God Save Our Gracious Queen. And then we have Elgar, the Land of Hope and Glory. Obviously, those were the times when freedom of speech was not infringed. Those were the times when people can talk and dialogue without fear of being labeled a hater or a bigot, or indeed, at worst, being labeled a racist. Sarah Champion, a Labour MP in Britain, beautiful white female MP whose only sin, whose only fault was to expose what we all know was a Muslim problem with raping white English girls. And because this beautiful white woman was brave enough to expose this Muslim rape culture, she was called a racist. Now let us look at the language that she used. She did not in any way, or she did not express any derogatory in her expression or terminology or use of words. All she said was that Pakistani Muslim men seem to have a cultural problem raping white female. Now, my intelligent subscriber, please tell me, where was she being racist in expressing social fact as social science based on observation, police report and social work report? Where was she being racist? Unfortunately, as a result of her bravery, this beautiful white woman was forced to resign. Now, I've made a series of videos warning Europeans that this would happen. A time will come when to criticize those who try to kill you, you will be labeled a hater. Now, during her, if you like, during her challenging moments, her challenging life, during the most difficult moments of her journey regarding this serious allegation of calling her a racist, and as a result she was forced to resign, I came up with an idea for a novel. And in this novel, this fantasy fictional novel, we live in a world where if you dare speak the truth, you get labeled mentally ill, and they take you somewhere in this faraway land where they deprogram you, inject you with drugs until you, if you like, obey society, until you think the way society wants you to think. It's only a fantasy novel that I had an idea running through my mind, that we live in a world where you will be labeled mentally ill for not sort of going with the status quo, for daring to stand up for truth. As George Orwell said in his novel, the time will come when speaking the truth will take great courage. Many white people are scared to speak the truth because they are afraid they will lose their jobs. They are afraid that they will be labeled. So unfortunately, the type of white people that are left to defend white integrity are murderous groups like the KKK, and they are not representative of decent white people who care about family values, who care about healthy nationalism. The Japanese are nationalistic, so are the Chinese. So there's nothing wrong with black nationalism or white nationalism. But unfortunately, we are living in an age where to believe in truth and expose evil, you will lose your job. To speak the truth, these days, many people are not willing to do that. It's been brought to my attention that a lot of sort of thinkers, radical thinkers, are having their Twitter account closed, Facebook are closing down their account for exposing Muslims. Now, it's a mystery to me, a total mystery. Here are an Islamic cult who is trying to kill you for not being a Muslim, and they will continue to try to kill you, and they will not rest until you either convert or they kill you. And yet white people are prepared to become their bitches. White people are prepared to use the liberal democratic laws against themselves and to strengthen the religion of Islam. That to me, I can't understand. I understand why hardcore feminists and LGBT would support Islam, because they're antichrist. They don't like Jesus. So I can understand hardcore feminists and LGBT is supporting Islam, and they are vocal about it. But to have the mass majority of white people who would endorse and encourage or even remain silent about regarding Muslim atrocity across Europe, Britain, France, America, Canada, and yet are capable of attacking their own kind. That is beyond me. Sarah Champion, her name suits her. She's a champion. She's a white warrior. She's not a coward. The only cowardly thing that she's done wrong, she should not have apologized. She should not have apologized. She should have stuck to her guns and showed the evidence in Rotterdam, in Yorkshire, all over Britain, where Muslim men are raping white girls. The family of those victims should come forward and have supported this MP. This is how cowardly white people are becoming. They're becoming the Muslim bitches. You may also bend over a car and act like bitches, because that's what white people are today, a bunch of bitches. You might as well just give up your entire rights, because you are doing it now. David Cameron, in one of his speech, he said there is no future. In fact, Obama said the same words. There is no future for you white people. There is no future for you white people who slander the prophet. They called him the prophet. The Bible don't call him a prophet, but the Western world, the sinners, they call him a prophet. This pedophile, this warmonger. But there's no future, for anyone who attack the Prophet Muhammad, says David Cameron and Barack Obama. There is no future for anyone who attacked Muhammad. Look, why don't we decode the words? Why don't we decode it? Politicians are so good at talking double tongue. What they really mean is that there is no future for anyone who dare criticize Islam. They can terrorize you, they can plot against you. If you dare speak out against it, you are the one who will be punished for it. I have a white patriotic friend who said to me, America and England deserved to be bombed because they are playing with crocodiles and they don't care. He's given up. He's a white patriotic historian. He's given up on Britain. He's totally given up. He says white people have become pansies. They've become girls. Their men are putting on miniskirts, putting on lipstick, and instead of holding a sword ready to fight Islam, they're carrying a lovely handbag. They're carrying a lovely handbag. The white men, they're carrying a beautiful handbag. Can you imagine a beautiful handbag with my lovely wrist? You know, they're not carrying a sword, they're carrying a lovely handbag, maybe a pink one to match this lovely shirt of mine. This is what white men have come to. They've been driven to by LGBT and feminists. Here Islam taken over by violence, by threats, and the white man is putting lipstick on his face and mascara. The white man's become feminine. He's become effeminate. He has got the guts to fight. I made a plea in my video and I said, who will help me resist the forces and violence of Islam? Who will help me? And every white person was scared, terrified. You can convert as much as you like to Islam. You can bend to the government's propaganda of breaking down Christianity, Christian values, the teachings of Christ, the Messianic Christ. You can bow down to the New World Order, the satanic agenda, promoting Islam. But I'd rather die, than submit to a cult, an Islamic cult. I'd rather die alone. And I'm afraid there's not many of us left who are strong. Not many. I could go into this for hours. But I'm disappointed. White people have let me down. They really have. I thought white people were fighters. I thought they were intelligent. I thought they were scientists. They were gifted. They were survivors. I never knew that white people would just give up like that. Just like that. Boom. There's a verse in the Bible when Jesus said, now the word is sown, but because it wasn't buried deep inside, a vulture came and took it up easily. He's talking about faith. But the white man has never ever been challenged in history the way Islam is challenging Europe and America. It's like a boxer who's so used to winning his fights, Then what happened is, and that is, suddenly, he meets a fighter that really knows how to jab, and he meets a fighter who's really good with his hands and can stay the rounds. This boxer that was good at the end of the game, he's like Mike Tyson, he had good powerful knockout punches, but he lacked stamina. Islam has the knockout punch, and they have the stamina, and they're not afraid of dying. Whereas the white man is. He's afraid of dying. And he hasn't got the stamina, nor the willpower. The white man has been broken down by LGBT and by feminism. White men, some white men are admitting it, like men going their own way, right? You know, even there's a lot of good white women who are against feminism. You know, there are a lot of good white women out there who are against feminism, and black women who are against feminism because they know it's run by lesbians. I'm not saying women shouldn't have equal rights and women shouldn't be brain surgeons. Oh my God, no way. Right? I mean, all my ex-girlfriends wore the trousers because I'm feminine. You know, I wore the skirt, they wore the trousers. They were the scientist, I was the creative one. Nothing wrong with that. But a man must be a man and be able to protect his castle. You can't deny nature. You can't deny biology. A man must be a man and protect his fatherland, his motherland. But feminists are saying, no, bring in Islam, the LGBT. These liberal white groups are selling you out. Stop supporting them. Stop supporting LGBT and stop supporting hardcore feminism. The law courts where the white men sit of learning and wisdom have turned a bunch of faggots. The High Court, judges. Oh, you have no idea some of the recent laws that they've passed. The white man is finished. He's given up. He's like a baby going into the boxing with Mike Tyson. The white man don't know how to deal with Islam because he needs someone like me around. He needs a real man like me around. Who have you got? You've got cowards who are defending you. Cowards! And you know why? They're too busy sucking the big dick of Arab oil. Right? They're too busy sucking the big dick of Saudi Arabia. That Theresa May, that dirty whore, that prostitute, she knows Saudi Arabia has got bad breaches of human rights. But she said during Brexit, she says, oh, there's nothing wrong with dealing and trading with countries that has bad human rights record. In other words, because Britain is now suffering, she don't mind, you know, compromising her moral values, though she never had any. It's a horrible, you know, times we're in. The white man is giving up. I mean, you can see it. He's become a big girl's blouse. You know, you talk to him, he's not making any sense. You know, he's watching his words carefully. You can't say she, you can't say he. Oh, I'm out of here, I've had enough.